I thought I'd share some information with you about our solar investment. I know that we've done some social media marketing just recently, but I wanted to touch base really on maybe other businesses that are thinking about, going into using solar for their energy source. And some that I've actually made recommendations to, and they've taken it on. Now, I know, World Environmental Day is approaching us, and whilst it's great for Mayfield to have this solar investment, and drawing very little resources from the grid, and just great for the environment. It could be better, and it could be better if other companies got involved in doing it. So some of the questions that I had, they're not readily available or easy to find the information. So things like, are there government grants available to fund it? And although there are, they're really not worth the time and effort. They're so small that actually, if that's what you were dependent on to get it funded, it'd probably put you off. There's also something called feed-in tariffs, and what does that mean? Once upon a time, there used to be good money and returns on feeding the excess energy back into the grid. So to put that into context, if you got excess energy and you were getting paid 20 pence a unit, it subsidises the investment, but it's a lot less than that at the moment. It's something along the lines of 5 pence a unit. So again, both of those factors could put a business off of taking that step. So I wanted to push it a bit further, and where I started on this journey was we ordered this electric forklift, and I thought, well, it'd be great if we could power it from solar energy, and we could. So I wanted to expand on that. Could we then power the offices from solar, because they're fairly low energy using, and we could. Well, could we power the factory? So it steps up a little bit in energy consumption there. And we could, and it just went on and on. Could we power then the electric vehicles? We can. So you kind of think, well, how much is all this going to cost? And this is the key point, really. I had this vision that if we could power all of these things from the sun, then they are going to come at quite a high price. And to my surprise, it was really cost effective, so much so that I actually calculated the return on investment would be something like 10 years. And these were just figures that I had in my head that I thought, well, to power all this in the kilowatts that we're using from the grid, replacing that with solar, it's a long-term investment. But I was massively surprised. And in fact, once I'd sat down and done the numbers, well, that investment was within 3 years. So suddenly it became a reality. We could do this. We got the funds to do it. Why don't we do it? Well, since we've had it, it's got better. Well, better for us, in the sense that fuel prices and energy bills just keep going up. So you can see it on the forecourts, of petrol stations. All of that, and all of the energy is a derivative of byproducts of oil, essentially, and in gas, and prices, as we all know, are going through the roof at the moment. But also, what I didn't take into account, apart from all the energy costs, was the actual fuel cost to fuel the vehicles that we replaced. So, the gas for the forklift, the diesel, and the petrol for the vehicles. Well, once I started calculating these back into the cost as well, it brought the return on investment under 2 years. I mean, it really is a no-brainer. Okay, so you've got to have the funds there in the first place, to do it, but I think it's definitely worthwhile more investigation, and it isn't a huge amount of effort. There are companies out there. If you're local businesses, and I can help, I can point you in their direction. I don't get anything out of it. The only pleasure I get from it is knowing that actually, I'm making the world a better place by making these introductions, and that's enough for me. So I hope this short video is constructive, and you can take some steps forward to becoming more environmental friendly based business, and reach out to me if I can be a help, then I will. Thanks for listening.